Okay, so before we begin the house tour, let me just show you real quick that we will be going through two double doors, and this is one of them. So this one, obviously, we're going into the home. Just a quick peek. We're not going to go through the entire home yet. Then you have another set of double doors over here. And this one leads to your bonfire pit, aka your backyard. Excited? I sure hope you are. We have a lot of ground to cover literally for today's house tour, which will be in Alfonso Cavite. But first, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and click on the bell so you get notified for whenever we release new YouTube videos. We're on Facebook, so make sure you hit like and see first, and follow us on Instagram at Presello_official. My name is Julia, and welcome to another Presello open house tour. So from the back, you can tell that, okay, this house is gonna have a lot of garden space. And let me spoil it for you. We have about 5,700 square meters of lot area to cover. So let's get started. So from the gate, you will drive up to this driveway and rotunda. So you have this much space. You can have your guests park basically on the driveway itself. And then you have a view of your home. Your rotunda will lead you to your 2-vehicle carport, as well as one of your entrances, but we're not going to go there for now. We're going to explore the grounds first. So from here, we also have a pathway that leads to the side of your house and to this adorable chapel. Yeah, you have a chapel on your grounds. How cool is that? It's basically a mini version of, well, the Spanish churches that was built here in the Philippines. So you have this nice wooden door, right? Double doors, of course. And you have stained windows all around. You also have high ceiling and a chandelier. Of course, again, it's a mini replica. It's a nice little touch if you want a chapel in your grounds. And you'll see later on why this is such a good idea. Okay. It's nice and windy. The air is so fresh, as you know, in Alfonso. Okay, hi. Sorry. Okay, so again, that is the side of the house. more garden space. You really do have a lot of garden space. But we're not gonna go there. No, we're gonna go through the 2-vehicle carport. Because I'm gonna show you the garden space first before we go inside. Okay, so through this doorway, we will then be led to the staff area. So this is basically where they can hang out, chill out, chit chat, work, eat, what have you. So you have several doors that lead to different places. We have that leads to the kitchen, that leads to the bedrooms, and then the staff quarters themselves. So of course we'll get to that later on, but for context, you have here the toilet and bath, and then the 2 staff quarters flanking the doorway that leads to the 2-vehicle carport. Also take note how they have these nice little touches on the ceiling. So the ceiling itself, it's quite modern, right? But again, they added the little traditional touches. So from your staff area, you again have a pathway, kind of like a secret garden, right? It has that vibe. To more of your garden. And this is your backyard. Ang ganda, no? Ang laki. So you have a brick oven over here. It's really expansive, guys. Like this, I mean, you do have 5,700 square meters of lot area. Okay, so you have a grilling area over here with a brick oven. Some projects that they left for now. You've got these nice old doors, and then a fire pit, a bonfire pit. Look at this. Imagine this with strung lights at night with the cool air, right? And then that's the view of your house, especially during sunset or even dawn, right? But before we go in, I want to show you something else. So this area, obviously more of the garden, was an unfinished project. This was supposed to be a dragon fruit garden. Yeah, a dragon fruit farm na hindi na natuloy. But if you wanted to, you absolutely could. I'm just gonna show you that this is part of what you can own. Sorry, John. Okay, so I think kailangan mo mag-una sa akin. You have to stand there. I'll open the door for you. So yeah, kasama to. Kasama to sa house and lot. So that is the supposed dragon fruit farm na hindi na natuloy. But just imagine what you could do with it, right? Pwede niyong ituloy. You could also make your own dragon fruit farm or any kind of farm that you want. It's just Alfonso. It's literally the place where you want to grow crops and vegetables and everything. Literally a farm place. Alfonso is known for, well, farms. Okay, so let's head back. So I can finally, oh, that's nice and windy. So I can finally show you the house itself. Okay, so supposedly this house was meant to have 2 floors, but spoiler alert, they instead opted for it to be a bungalow, single floor, because they have elderly. So they wanted it to be easier for people to move around in and not have to deal with so many stairs. And that's also the reason why the walls are extra thick, because it's structurally able to support multi-levels. Okay, so now this is your backyard entrance. This is the backyard entrance. It looks like a main entrance to me, right? Beautiful doors. And this will lead you to your common area or your family hall. So this is your living room Basically, you have a bit of an office there. In the corner, a breakfast nook. This, if we had gone through the other door, which we will later, this is supposedly your foyer. And it's framed so nicely by these Corinthian pillars. Just look at that detail at the top. That is so, so nice. So, honestly, what this place feels like, it's like a modern Intramuros house, like a modern bahay na bato, but it's not bahay na bato, it's cement. And it's white and it's modern, but it still has the Filipino touches, Filipino-Spanish touches. Right. So you have the chandeliers, you have the iron, you have the old and solid wood, and then you have cathedral windows. Now these windows, actually, we had just missed it, but these catch sunset lights so nicely. It just spreads light across throughout the whole hall, and so dramatic. And not just them, even these grills cast such nice dramatic shadows in the entire home. You'll see how these grills are just everywhere. Okay, so through the archways or the archways, we have the dining area. It's a huge area. Right now, it only has a 6-seater table. I mean, granted that it only has 6 chairs, but technically it's longer. But yeah, you can fit a bigger table in here if you wanted to. Although for the aesthetics that this place is going for, it's just perfect. So again, you have the grills, right? And then from here, you have another doorway. Okay, so now these are different sets of grills now. So these are a little bit more modern, a little bit more geometric, but still very safe and secure. Solid steel, by the way. And I love how it shows patina. It shows age. It shows character. So hopefully you can see it. Okay, now this, though, is the kitchen. How cute is this kitchen? Right, you have this really solid wooden countertop, an island counter. And then it continues here in the cupboards. So it's very Filipino Spanish, right? Down to the details. You even have rosettes for the handles, right? But it's also very modern. It's a perfect mix of it. Yung sink nyo nga, it's stainless steel. It's so... Actually, this is very American. And then from here, you have direct access to the dirty kitchen, which again continues with your wood, your cupboards, although this time the top is tiled. Then you have some faux machuca tiles over there. But what does remain consistent is the flooring. So you have here some terracotta flooring. Actually, there's a lot of this in the entire home. You'll see later. And then from the dirty kitchen, you have access to a door that leads to the staff area that we saw earlier. Okay, so we're gonna backtrack. We're not gonna go through this one anymore because you already saw it. Let me take you to another area that is a point of interest. And it's very, very interesting indeed. So this is another perspective of your great hall or your common area. And this archway leads to a certain hall. By the way, this is a real torch. This is a working torch. Okay, so from that doorway to this doorway, you will then be led to something that looks like a cellar. Actually, Tagalog term, inuman. English term, bar area, you could say. Although they didn't quite finish making this area. They haven't put up the couch yet. The TV's not here yet. Actually, to me, it looks like a cellar because of all the wine racks that you see. And then, of course, you have your table here with a nice cathedral window that in the afternoon shines so much light in here. Even in the morning, actually. And then the ceiling has this nice barn-like feeling with, of course, the chandelier. So it's a little different than the rest of the rooms, right? This was really meant for entertaining. Even the floor is different to give an emphasis. It has some machuca vibe going on and a bit of metallic, so it's rustic. Parang nga siyang cellar, but it's not in the basement. It's on the ground floor. And of course, no entertainment area would be complete without a powder room. So half a step down, actually not even half, it's like a quarter of a step down. You have your water closet, your sink, well this is the sink, with a really adorable tap. Basically ano siya, mukha siyang Poso Negro. Tama di ba?
Bomba.
Bomba.
Poso.
Poso. Iba na ba yung Poso Negro?
Yung sa...
Hydrate? Fire hydrant?
Hindi, yung Poso Negro yung sa mga CR.
Ay, oo nga.
Hindi.
So, Poso lang. Sorry. Poso lang, not Poso Negro. Different. Learning something new. Ish. And then your urinal. And again, you have this nice window with a nice grill. Ganda niya eh, kasi it's elaborate but it's thin and really strong kasi solid to na bakal eh. So you can't really just cut it, right? But it offers so much security while being nice and aesthetic. Okay, so from your entertainment room, let's just call it that, back out into the hallway, and you see this door, and this one leads back out into the staff area. That again you saw earlier, so this was the other door. And then a few senorita steps up. And when I say senorita, like I mean it, these are so low. Sobrang baba niya, ang dali niya akyatin. You have 2 rooms. Now this one is locked. This is the mother's room. And then this one is a guest bedroom that they're currently using as storage. Now we also can't go in here, but it's quite similar to the bedrooms that we will be able to go to in a bit. So just 2 rooms in this particular hallway. I'll just imagine this in the morning, right? When all of the light is streaming in from everywhere. I love how it has this almost convent-like feel. Para siyang monastery or convent, but modern. Very Filipino, Spanish, but minimalist. It's that kind of fusion. Okay, so from the family hall or from the great hall, you have here again some senorita steps with some really nice wooden steps, by the way. And then some iron rails with patina. And then this leads to 2 doors, and this is one of them. Very solid wooden door. And it leads to bedroom number 4 at this point. So you have nice Nara flooring, framed again by the terracotta flooring. Very nice and clean. You don't even have cornices or baseboards. It's just a nice, clean and modern room. Acoustics is also pretty good considering there's not much stuff in here. Audio is pretty decent. And then you have your ensuite with this adorable door. Para siyang farm din. I mean, well, we are in Alfonso, so it makes sense. Dilim ba? Ilaw. There we go. So it leads to a walk-through closet. And then your ensuite, toilet and bath. So your water closet, your sink, and your shower space. Your shower space actually has a nice stool that you can sit on. A bench, not a stool, a bench that you can sit on. So, actually, dating nila parang ano eh, parang retreat house. Sobrang tahimik. And let's go back out. In this area, tilesing floor. So you see different kinds of flooring. So you have this rough stone tiles, you have the Nara flooring, you have the terracotta, the machuca, and then the smoother homogeneous tiles here on the main area or in the main area. So it's a very interesting mix of smooth and textured, new and old. And this is the master bedroom. So we have a lot of space. Right, and I can hear the birds outside. Oh my goodness, your view is your garden. It's so peaceful. Then in here we have the ensuite, toilet and bath. Excuse the personal items. So you have a huge walk-through closet rather. and an even bigger toilet and bath. Okay, it's just it's a cavernous space. You have your sink, your water closet, your shower space, which isn't enclosed because it's big enough for you to just be able to shower in there without any enclosure, your urinal, and then this is obviously where your bathtub, your future bathtub, will go. It's a huge space. Okay. So you have actually a floor space of about more or less 500 square meters. So the ratio of your house and lot is definitely, it's a lot more lot than it is floor space. But that's the beauty of it. You have so much ground, right? Okay, let's go through these double doors for the recap. What was that? That was not the door. This. Ah, my goodness. Imagine just going here every morning, being able to smell that fresh air. So this leads you back to your rotunda. Okay, recap. Okay, so as I mentioned, you have 5,700 square meters of lot area and about 500 square meters of floor area. 6 bedrooms, including the staff quarters, of course. 6 bedrooms, 5 toilet and baths, and a 2-vehicle carport. You do have a lot of driveway space and a rotunda for guest parking, so you don't need to worry about that. And you have so much space for anything that you might want to do as a project. You have a lot of garden space. You can have your own farm. You have a chapel. You have a bonfire pit. Actually, you know, this would make for a perfect events place if you wanted. Or as a rest house, or as, well, as I mentioned, a farm. It really could be anything that you want it to be. The important thing to take away is that this is a very peaceful and quiet house. So if you're anyone you know is interested in a place like this, again, this is in Alfonso Cavite, send this video to them. Or if you want to see it for yourself, send us a message or go to our website at www.presello.com. Invest in your future. Invest with us. Invest with Presello. Hey guys, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you click here. And if you want to see more house tour videos, click right here. And we also have this new thing called Working Lunch with Presello, where I and a few random people talk about a few random things related to real estate. So if you want to join in on the conversation, make sure you click right here.